The shocking fifth episode of The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 2, titled The Bird Always Knows, delivered several game-changing moments that have drastically altered the power dynamics in post-apocalyptic Manhattan. From Negan's calculated betrayal of the Dama to Herschel's heartbreaking confession about his connection to her, this episode sets up major consequences for all characters moving forward, while answering burning questions that have lingered since the season began. The episode opens with a tense situation at New Babylon, where Maggie and Ginny find themselves in precarious positions after Narvaez discovers Maggie lied about killing Negan. With calculated ruthlessness, Narvaez proposes a deal. Maggie must bring Negan and the CROAT to an ambush at the boathouse, where they'll lead them through tall grass full of walkers. The dead will take care of them. Most of them anyway, Narvaez explains before adding the emotional blackmail that seals the deal. And don't worry, we'll save Negan for you. When Maggie questions why she would help with such a plan, Narvaez delivers a chilling response. Because your son will be staying here with us. This exchange establishes the desperate measures Maggie must consider to protect her son. Meanwhile, Negan finds himself at odds with the Dama after returning from his meeting with Christos. Their confrontation reveals deepening fractures in their relationship, with the Dama accusing him of compromising every fucking thing I've built. This triggers Negan's explosive response, a key moment in their deteriorating partnership. You've built? What am I? Just a rat in your fucking maze? No, worse than the rat. At least he has a little prize waiting for him. When the Dama dismissively tells him they'll speak, once you've gotten a hold of yourself, it's clear her condescension has pushed Negan past his breaking point. The episode explores the complex relationship between the CROAT and the Dama as well. After an incident with the methane substation, the Dama humiliates the CROAT publicly, telling him to change out of that ridiculous outfit, because he looks like a bellhop. This constant belittlement creates an opening for Negan, who later approaches the CROAT with empathy. I hate sounding like a broken record, but it doesn't sit right with me how she treats you. She treats her goddamn rat better than she treats you. This strategic alliance building pays dividends later when the CROAT appears complicit in allowing the Dama to die. A particularly compelling storyline unfolds when Negan visits Christos to persuade him to join their coalition against New Babylon. Initially hostile, Christos rejects Negan's overture, declaring, "You made a big mistake coming here." The tension escalates until Christos's young daughter interrupts them, calling Papa Papa. This moment humanizes Christos, revealing he's not just a ruthless leader, but a father protecting his family. Recognizing this vulnerability, Negan pivots masterfully. "I did not realize the situation you were in. Clearly you have people you are trying to protect, and that changes things." This demonstrates Negan's remarkable ability to adapt his approach based on what motivates different people. One of the episode's most powerful sequences involves a philosophical exchange between Roxana and a New Babylon soldier. When the soldier suggests Roxana could avoid execution by cooperating with Narvaez, Roxana shares a poignant story about her uncle's yellow bird that would select riddles from a box. "The bird always knows somehow," she explains. She parallels this with her uncle being forced to fight in the Iraq War, dying for nothing. This allegory about choice, fate, and standing by one's principles enriches the episode's thematic depth while establishing Roxana as someone who won't compromise her values even facing death. The climactic sequence of the episode occurs when the Dama finds herself suddenly surrounded by walkers. Her desperate cries for help, "Mile! Mile! Mile, help me! Get it off!" suggest the CROAT, apparently nicknamed Mile, is nearby but deliberately not responding. The transcript doesn't explicitly show Negan present during her death, but context strongly implies his involvement in orchestrating this accident, particularly given his earlier conversation with the CROAT about their mutual mistreatment by the Dama. Her death screams are followed by the cold statement "Dom's dead," indicating the Dama, whose real name appears to be Dom, has been devoured by walkers. Negan's calculating nature is revealed immediately after the Dama's death when he asks, "What if I could give you the methane?" This rapid pivot to seizing control of her resources confirms his opportunism. Someone warns that Bruegel can't be trusted. If he is willing to double-cross the CROAT, why not you? This suggests complex alliances and betrayals are still unfolding in the power vacuum created by the Dama's demise. The most emotionally resonant scene comes near the episode's end, when Herschel finally confesses to Maggie about his relationship with the Dama. That woman that I drew. She was real, he admits, referring to a drawing he'd previously claimed came from a billboard. She was with the CROAT when I was kidnapped. When Maggie asks if the Dama has something over you, Herschel's answer is surprising. We just talked mostly. She was nice. She wanted to know me. This reveals the sophisticated psychological manipulation the Dama employed, winning over the teenager with attention and validation rather than threats. Herschel explains he found the Dama's vision for rebuilding the city inspiring, and that she wanted me to protect it from New Babylon. This confession explains why Herschel sent the smoke signal that led Maggie and her allies into danger at Bayonne. His guilt becomes apparent when he says, I should have known it would happen like that. All those people. Acknowledging the deaths his actions caused. Rather than anger, Maggie responds with maternal forgiveness. Hey, it's okay. It's over now. We're gonna go home now. This unconditional acceptance demonstrates her prioritizing Herschel's well-being over accountability for his actions. The episode also develops the relationship between Ginny and Herschel. When Herschel asks about Ginny's attempt to kill Negan, she explains, I tried to kill him once. I didn't set out to do it, suddenly the gun was in my hand, and I was aiming at him. This parallel between Ginny's desire for revenge and Herschel's manipulation by the Dama highlights different ways trauma manifests in young people who've grown up in the apocalypse. Throughout the episode, the imagery of birds and cages recurs as a metaphor for freedom versus control. Roxana's story about her uncle's bird that always knows, which riddle to choose connects to the episode's title, suggesting fate or instinct guides choices even in seemingly impossible situations. Later, when discussing riddles about which path to take in life, the character notes the bird always knows, I guess. Or, the bird got some help, implying choices that appear fated may actually be manipulated by others. This metaphor applies perfectly to Herschel's situation, where his choices were subtly directed by the Dama's manipulation. As the episode concludes, multiple storylines are left in precarious positions. Maggie now knows the truth about Herschel's connection to the Dama, but chooses forgiveness over confrontation. Negan appears positioned to seize control of the Dama's methane empire, but faces potential betrayal from other factions. The CROAT's role in the Dama's death raises questions about his future allegiances, and New Babylon's forces remain a looming threat that could exploit the power vacuum created by the Dama's demise. This pivotal episode fundamentally alters the landscape of Dead City by removing its most enigmatic power player, while revealing the complex web of relationships and manipulations beneath Manhattan's factional conflicts. Negan's apparent role in orchestrating the Dama's death represents a return to his more calculating, savior-like tactics, while Maggie's unconditional forgiveness of Herschel suggests her maternal instincts may sometimes override her usual moral clarity. As the season progresses toward its conclusion, the consequences of these developments will likely reshape alliances across Manhattan's dangerous landscape.